Jig fishing. What does it mean? What's going on, everybody? Today we are going to be talking about two very special reels in the world of vertical jigging, slow pitch jigging, whatever you want to call it. It's something that has taken the west coast of Florida, where we're located, by storm, because people realize, wow, this is a really good way to catch fish offshore, and I don't have to deal with a whole bunch of frozen bait, live bait. I can go out with artificials and literally almost limit out, and sometimes catch more fish on vertical jig than live bait or dead bait than my buddies that went out with me. So today we have two reels that on the outside looking in look very different, but they're actually kind of similar in what they do and how they act. The biggest differences are going to be kind of the body, and you can kind of see that. So let's start with the Accurate. So this is the Tern 2. This is a newer reel by Accurate Reels. It is a first ever twin star drag. What does that mean? So most reels and how conventional reels work is when you are setting the drag and tightening it, it presses on just one side of the reel. So technically it's not a evenly distributed drag system. This, it presses on both sides of the reel, meaning that it distributes the drag evenly, just pushing on both sides of the reel, making it, one, a heck of a lot stronger and even, so when a fish goes on a long run, it's going to distribute it evenly and actually be better on the reel. Drag on this is 28 pounds. Some people will say technically it doubles it because it is a twin drag system. I really don't know about that. All I know is that it is a really nice reel to use for vertical jigging because of how light and compact it is. It's easy to hold, and that's what most people are looking for when it comes to vertical jigging, slow pitch, is how easy it is to use and hold and fish all day with, because you don't want to beat yourself up bouncing this thing up and down. 38 inches per crank, which is pretty much kind of the standard in the vertical jigging world. Some reels offer more, some offer less. The nice thing about this is it's made in the US, full aluminum. It is a solid reel that's going to last you forever. So, next reel, Ocea Jigger by Shimano. This is their flagship offshore vertical jigging reel. It is sick. I have a special place in my heart for Shimano, there's no doubt about it. I'd be fine with either or in this lineup too, but this one's really cool because of the differences that it has in the Accurate than the Shimano. So very similar in the drag. This is 22 pounds, 28, so really there's not much of a difference. Crank, 38 inches of line per crank, which is the same. Biggest difference is going to be the body. This is going to be the Hagani body, which is that composite, weird terms that they like to have. It is a lighter version of the reel. It's going to be a tad bit lighter than the Accurate. Probably in the hand, you probably won't notice the difference in that, but the drag way that it operates, even though that it has pretty much the same pound 22 to 28, it's not going to be that big of a difference. It's going to be the fact that this is a single drag. It only pushes from one side, which is going to make this one obviously different and evenly distributed. One of the other things that Shimano does though in this that I really like is the fact that the way that you drop the line. This is how you drop the line in the reel, is you click that knob right there. Let me hold them up in two hands. So you click that, okay? So to get this one to close itself, you have to flick it like that. In the Ocea Jigger, you don't have to do that. So say, which this happens a lot in the jigging world offshore, is you're dropping that jig and a lot of fish will actually hit it on the drop. So what are you gonna do in that situation? You are actually going to just reel. So let's do it again for everybody out there. You reel. It stops that line from dropping so you can immediately set the hook on that fish. And that's a game changer for me because it's happened to me a million times offshore, is you're dropping a jig, hits the bottom where you think it hits the bottom, but it's acting kind of funky, the line starts to move. That's a fish. So you gotta either set the bail, set the hook, or do whatever. Just by doing that, you can already go from nothing to you got that fish on. So those are the differences, the similarities. They're both great reels. The price range is going to be kind of similar. This is $429, this is $529, $100 difference. Is it worth it? That's up to you. You can make that decision. I will say though, I would be totally fine with having either or of these reels. But what do you guys think?